Hi, I'm Sylvie, and it's been a while. I have quite a bit to talk about, but first let's just get the elephant in the room out of the way. No more voice changer, yep. To be perfectly honest, I have been on the fence in regard to using a voice changer since starting the channel, and in a way I have just sort of been waiting for a reason to stop using it. In this case, I got a negative comment about it, and so I decided to do a poll to see how others felt about it. It didn't get too many votes, but it was enough for me just to decide no more. The reason I used it in the first place is because I just really wasn't sure what would be best. Being transgender does make things a little complicated, probably more so than it needs to be. It's those sort of things that have often led me to hesitating before even starting a YouTube channel. Now, obviously, I do think there will inevitably be some people who click the video, hear my voice, and just instantly click off. But I think if that's the case, they probably would have done the same even with the voice changer. So it's probably not something I really need to worry about anyway. Okay, now with that out of the way. Wait, what? There's another elephant in the room. Okay. Obviously, we got some pretty big changes, and this kind of ties a bit into the question of where have you been? So I'm an artist and I was just sort of messing around with some ideas, and let's just say inspiration hit like an isekai truck and I was trapped in another world of my own making. That is to say, I started making a new model and I suck at multitasking. Once I get started on a big project like that, I have a hard time really focusing on anything else. And so everything you see here is all the work completed. And before I get a bit into showing you around, there are actually other things that delayed me further, which is why it took as long as it did. So first on that list is a friend who moved back in, and that led to me having to move things around again, which required me to redo a lot of shit, which is also what led to that mistake on one of the previous videos where the camera didn't switch. The last thing that delayed me was Windows. Some of you may have seen the post I made. I literally had everything set up about 2 weeks ago. I even recorded a video much like this one, thinking I was going to post it. But something I noticed was my memory seemed a bit on the high end for what I was doing. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM on this computer and it was sitting at 90%. I ignored it for about as long as I could and just noticed little hiccups occurring here and there. Especially when I was editing in DaVinci Resolve, it just wasn't running smoothly at all. So I gave in and decided I need to restart my computer. Surely that will help. And then a memory management error occurred, or whatever popped up when it was trying to boot back up. This kind of scared me because I was starting to think maybe one of my RAM sticks died or something. I took one out, tested each of them alone, and nothing. At that point, I was a bit relieved because it's unlikely both sticks would have died at the same time, so I assumed it had to be an issue with Windows. I did a scan while in recovery and it did find corrupted files and even replace them, but it still didn't fix the issue. I tried restoring to a different point, I tried reverting whatever Windows update last occurred. It wouldn't let me. I was stuck. I thought, what are my options? Do I really need to reinstall Windows? At the end of the day, that's what I ended up having to do, and under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be an issue because I'm usually pretty good at keeping important things off of the main drive. I also tend to have backups, but there was one thing I stupidly never did that with, and that was Warudo, this VTubing program that I'm using. This means, at least in terms of Warudo, I had to redo everything. I had to redo the background, redo all the tracking shit, redo all the blueprints and connection to Touch Portal. It was a lot, and it delayed me quite a bit. I will say I am thankful I didn't lose much of anything else. I can't even imagine what I would have done if I even lost all the work I had done on this model. I still don't know the exact cause of Windows just crapping out like that. My only real guess is that maybe during a Windows update that I kept putting off over and over again, maybe somehow it screwed something up when it finally got updated. I mean, it's working perfectly fine now, so it's definitely not a hardware related issue. Anyway, moving on from that, I guess I will show you around a bit. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to switch the camera here. Give me a second. Okay, we're going to go zoom out here. And we get a better view of the background here. And I can actually now just control things manually here. So a lot of this stuff, I'm just going to point out, like, a lot of the models here I got from Sketchfab. And I converted most of them. I think there's a few of them that are not from Sketchfab, but most of them. So most of them were created by other people, and I converted them to Warudo. And if you want to check out all the different artists and the creators of the models and everything, I do have a like a text file of pretty much every single creator who like is involved with this scene. So, for example, we got this jukebox. This is actually stuff I made, the posters. When I say made, I don't mean like I didn't draw them, but what I mean is like the model type stuff. I made sure like I did that for these pictures over here too. Anyway, so keyboard, a lot of this stuff, like, so I am practicing the drums in real life. I don't have a drum set like this, but I do have like a E-drum set. So I also have a keyboard too, MIDI keyboard. Then we have, let's see, we have Ruby Crow's Scythe here. We have Reren's Staff. We have Excalibur. We have a computer here. Actually, you know something? I just realized that there is a model missing from here. I'm supposed to have like a little tower on the desk there, but whatever. It's not that important. Let's see. We have Isabel from Animal Crossing. Cute. The funny thing is I did plan to pose her, and then somehow while I was converting the model, I just completely forgot. And so, yeah, we got a T-pose. Let's see. We have, yeah, what's her name? Why can't I remember her name? Right, Mau Mau, that's her name. Let's see. We got Ochoko, whatever the hell her name is. I'm pretty bad with names, you'll find, but yeah, from My Hero Academia. This model is, I actually like these models. They're like really cute, but I couldn't separate them. I mean, I could if I put them into Blender, but I was just using Unity, and yeah, the models were pretty much together, so I just left them together like that. We have Mita here. Lucy, I think her name is, from Edge Runners. We have the Lamb. I actually don't know his name, but the Lamb from the Lamb of the Cult of Lamb. Let's see, Neko Arc. These are just kitties. I mean, they're cute, so I have them. Oh, I should also mention, like, this is like when you have all these on screen at once, it's quite taxing on resources. We have Bochi. This is a little bit weird. I did something wrong. So yeah, the outline for Bochi kind of does that weird thing. We have Sonic and Amy here. Amy is like a goth punk version of Amy. It's cute. I like it. Pikachu and a Pokeball. Hatsune Miku with their little leak. And then we have Fapta from Made in Abyss. Let's see. We have let's see, what are their names? Rocky. Can't remember the other two's name. Rocky, Freckle, and Pepper. I can't remember what the series name is from that show. But yeah, we have, I think her name's Michiru from BNA. I'm actually not sure who this is, but I like the model. I thought it was cute, and I liked when I did the textures, I made sure that the little flames things kind of glow. Which I did the same with Rocky here. Like, I made sure that this little thing glows. Let's see. We have Sailor Moon and Sailor Chibi. I think Chibiusa. Let's see. We got what is her name? Like, I know she's from what is it, Ratchet and Clank? Or not Ratchet and Clank. Is it Ratchet and Clank? Gosh, I don't know. I didn't actually play the game that it's from. I played the first one a long time ago, but she seems like a pretty cool character, and so yeah, I wanted to include her in here, and maybe someday I'll play that game. We have Elena, that's her name. Actually, I don't even remember what the anime is called, but I know I mean, obviously she's a witch, but I think she was in that anime, she was just traveling around and stuff like that. This character is a mystery to me. Okay, so obviously this character looks like from Dot Hack or something like that. But when I downloaded it, it was listed as a character from Hyperdimension Neptunia, which it's obviously not. So they obviously got that wrong. But I also looked for Dot Hack characters and I couldn't find anyone that looks like this. So it might be a custom character designed by someone, but apparently this person on Sketchfab said that they got it from some sort of DLC, and I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, if anyone knows who this is from, I mean, I would assume Dot Hack, and they have all those tattoos and everything like that. Or if it's like a custom character or something like that, and you happen to know where the custom character is from, let me know in the description. Let me know in the comments. Next we have, God, why am I so bad with names when all of a sudden when I'm like talking, chill it. Like, come on. Come on. Oh boy, Megamine. We got our little companion cube here. We have a pipe and a mystery block. These are two things that... No, the mystery block I did convert myself. The pipe I did not. I think that's a workshop item on Steam. Then we have like our little lucky cat thing. I forget what they're called, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I wanted one of those. Kumiko, from the spider, reincarnated as a spider. And speaking of reincarnation, look who it is. We got Rimuru here. Yep. Got ourselves a lava lamp and a Nuka Quantum. Definitely am a fan of Fallout, and so I definitely needed a Nuka Quantum. I am also a pretty big fan of murder drones. So we got all of our little chibi stuffed doll things of the murder drones. We got Uzi, and we got V and J. Yes, very nice. And then we got our Zoids Liger. This I just randomly saw, and it's a very high poly. Maybe, like, that's the thing, is like these things are like way too high poly to actually be just props like this. Like, usually when you would do something like this, you'd actually make them a lot lower poly, because like these are high enough poly probably to be like full-on characters like my size, you know? So this is like a ridiculous usage of them, but it is what it is. So yeah, and then we also have the divergence meter from Steins Gate. This one is kind of insane because like the modeling on this is the detail on this is like crazy. Like, let me put it this way. When I had this, like, I originally had this model over on the shelf up there, and it alone reduced the FPS by like 10. Like crazy. So yeah, I decided to put it over here, sort of out of the way, so it doesn't do that. So I could still display it. Same with the Liger, but it wouldn't hurt performance too much when pretty much doing everything else. Okay, so that's pretty much the room. It's a pretty nice room. Everything, like every single item here, like these walls, are technically all different props that I just pieced together and everything like that, one by one. So yeah. Okay, so let's switch back our camera. Let's see. We'll go to the bust camera view. Okay, so there's other things that I can do here. Let's see, what should I start with? I guess we can start with different emotes. I can do angry. How dare you? Oh, well, now I'm smiling. Grr. I could do a blush. This is like sort of like more of a embarrassed kind of look. So yeah. Then another thing is that it disables automatically. I have it set for about 10 seconds. So I click it, it lasts for 10 seconds, and then it turns off. If I click it twice, then it gets locked and it stays on until I decide to reset it. So, confused. Pretty cool. I like that. I decided to do the little question mark thing, and that's a lot of fun. Then we have cry. All upset and everything like that, yes. Especially with how I had to redo everything. Very upset. Love. This one had like the heart eyes that it basically swaps the textures, but the thing is like if I go back to that, you'll notice how they're like glowing a lot more and everything like that. So originally I was using the textures from the original eye, and it wasn't like, I had to readjust a lot of stupid shit just to make sure that it isn't like blinding. Because the glow was a lot worse when I first put it on. Then we have sad. It's pretty much just cry, but without the tears. Yeah. Sadly, none of these things activate automatically. I don't have that set up. I could probably, but that would require a lot more work. Scared. Yeah. And I definitely use this a lot if I was playing a scary game because I'm a chicken. Yep. Definitely. Shocked? Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I'm very shocked. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I could do, is it not gonna go away? Shocked? Hello? Did I mess something up? Okay, I definitely messed something up. Hold, please. Yeah, I'm not sure why that one got stuck, but it did. Whatever. It's fine. All I had to do was click the button again and then it got reset. Let's see, props. Hello. Okay, here we go. We got our 8-bit glasses. Cool. Could be an angel. It takes off the bunny ears automatically, so they don't get in the way. We can do cat mode. Yes. Meow. I actually like this mode because I have the little tail, but the issue is the tail. So the tail gets a little bit wonky, so like I have to do it twice and then it fixes the tail. So yeah. I do like this mode. It's cute. Chobits. Now this is an anime. I assume not many people have seen this anime. But I saw it a long time ago. It's an anime pretty much about like someone, I guess, falling in love with a robot kind of thing, you know. Yeah. Then we have Cult of the Lamb. We got our little hat here. Yep. The Sims 4. I think this is from specifically. They call it the Plum Bob or something like that. I don't know if I'd ever really played The Sims while recording, but who knows, maybe someday. Just glasses. We have a catcher's hat from Power World. A Wukong kind of cool little headband kind of thing. It's supposed to be gold, but I decided to make it white because I thought it looked good. A Mega Man's hat. Yep. And then we got a Cool Mita's hat because Cool Mita is cool. Got a mustache because mustaches are funny. And we have this. Pointy glasses. I know these are supposed to be from like Gurren Lagann or something like that. I've actually only seen like, I think 2 or 3 episodes of that anime. So maybe I'll do a reaction to that one day. We have Rumor's mask. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we have the normal kind of stuff. Like, I'm gonna probably go into full mode so you can see. Then go back to props. Okay, so I can pretty much remove shoes. I can remove socks. I can remove earrings, the little hairband, the bunny ears, the bunny tail, which you can't see. And I also have a sweater. Yes, cute sweater. So something you'll notice is the sweater and the top is very Murder Drones themed. So yeah, pretty noticeable, I think. I'm a pretty big fan of Murder Drones. Let's see, camera mode. Let's go back to bust mode. I could also do a zoom like this. Ooh, look into my eyes. Then obviously we have the react mode. This is the one camera angle that I'll be using for reactions from this point on. Let's see. What else do we have? We have eyes. Let's see what we could do. We have star eyes. We have crazy eyes. Let's see. We've already seen cry. We've already seen the surprise. We have chaos. Yes, because I am a weeb. Just like the Oshinoko eyes. Yeah. And we got just dots. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this, but I have them. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, right. We do have these things, like, I have this. Now, these are actually, if I turn to the side, you'll notice they're not actually on the face. The illusion is broken. So yeah, this is actually using like a, just a flat surface in front of the eyes and then like custom textures, and I can do different ones like this one here. It's pretty cool. It allows me to, I guess, increase the amount of expressions that can be done. Like that's how I do the spiral thing when with the confused, which is useful. Let's see, we also have wide. Not sure how often I'll use this. I mean, I guess you'd use this for like being very surprised. I also have wide cry ones where you like crying and surprised at the same time or something. Okay, and then we have some cool things. This is all needs to be reset. Give me a second here. Okay. Are these eyes gonna go away? Why do these do these things? Okay. all good. So, we could turn off the lights. Ooh, dark. Spooky. If you notice, there's glow. The shirt glows, my eyes glows. That's pretty cool. We can turn the lights to white. So this is more just what everything would typically look like. Whoops. So now everything has normal colors and isn't all purple and all that, you know? I mean, of course the walls are purple still because they're painted purple. Back wall is black or gray. Yeah. Let's see, switch back to the camera. Let's see. We could do different colors. We have the red. We have the blue. We have pink. I noticed there is definitely an FPS drop when I switch the lights. Like, ooh, laggy. Green. But then it seems to fix itself once it's completely changed. Yellow. And then probably my favorite, and I'll probably use this in the future for maybe, I don't know, maybe scary streams, maybe during Halloween, something like that, but I call it dark mode. And I like this because, I don't know, I just like the colors. It's like a dark version of myself. And I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Anyway, I think that's about it. That all the cool little things that this program that I set up could do. I mean, it could do a lot of other things too that I haven't set it up to do. Like if I was doing streams or something like that, I could do like the redeems could do various different things on. Like, you could throw props at me, or, you know, I know there's also a recent workshop item. There was like a leveling kind of system or something like that. So, I don't know, there's a lot you could still do. And maybe if I do start streaming someday, you know, it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, back to the rest of the updates, because I guess this was a pretty long-winded show and tell. So this video is actually being posted to both my reaction channel and game channel. Figured it's best to kill two birds with one stone, so I have some channel specific updates. In regard to reactions, I'll be continuing them as usual, and I am likely going to try and do a lot more so I can do a bit of a catch up, because there are some series I do want to watch, such as the second season of Fallout. Though I think there are some series that some might be expecting me to watch, but I will not be. They are Oshinoko and Freerun. The reason I don't plan to react to them is because I have read the manga of both of those series. I typically want to avoid doing reactions to series that I know the story of and have gotten a lot of visuals of, like in the manga. I think if it was just a scenario where I had only read a visual novel, then I would still react to it, because going from almost nearly all text to something visual is plenty to react to. But having read the manga, I just feel like I wouldn't really have much to react to in that case, and I rather my reaction to things be authentic. Now, in terms of the gaming channel, I'm going to be playing some Animal Crossing New Horizons. It got that 3.0 update recently, and I have been itching to start a new island. And I think it would be awesome to be able to share the experience with anyone who chooses to watch. I will also likely be playing other games at some point, and maybe even playing with some friends. We shall see. Anyway, I think that's about all I have for this update video. Thank you for watching, stay fuzzy, stay fierce, and I'll see you in the next video.